Hey everybody, I'm using my voice. So here I'm waiting for a stab. I was too close to the door. I'm pretty sure he was able to know I was there because my elbow was peeking through. I didn't think about that. Your shadow can also show sometimes, but I did actually note that my shadow was facing the other way in that case. You know, keep track of which way the lighting's going. This point caps really fast, so you know, be nice and aggressive. And a lot of the time, I don't have support here, but a lot of the time you can just kind of cluster the enemy onto the point and let your teammates get easy kills. But you can also do it by yourself. Keep track of everybody's health. You know, you always want to be scanning and looking out for targets that are under 102. Definitely spying 101. Also keep an eye out for weapons on the ground. You really want to be very conscious of that because it decides how far you can flow. And it'll give you a lot of opportunities if you keep track of it. Be patient with the eternal reward, you know? You'll get these massive chain stabs if you wait. Even if you die, you know, in the end, it'll pay off. You just get such big stabs. This is pretty much what the edge of the Pyro's FOV looks like. The models don't really represent where they're looking very well. Take the time to learn, you know, where the FOV is for the different character models, because it does not look accurate at all, and that'll also help you with tighter front stabs that look like face stabs in these videos and to yourself. But really, that's as much an inaccuracy of the model as it is bad hit rate. Hit rate is pretty fine in this game, if you ask me. I don't get many face stabs unless people are back to pedaling, in which case that's good a little bit. If you've got a good connection, you really should not get any illegitimate face stabs. Just might not understand how you got them. So, you know, be conscious that you can't push the cart while you're disguised, and stabbing people does not break it with the eternal reward. And that'll screw you over. Be nice and aggressive with your gun. You know, you got DR charge. You see someone that's moving in a predictable pattern, go for the headshot. You know, you don't have to run after them and risk them turning around. One thing a lot of players don't realize is that jumping can make it easier to headshot you. I think that's going to throw people with decent aim off, but it just makes your trajectory more predictable. There, that was a minimum cooldown headshot. It's 1 second, but it's a lot shorter than you might think. The click for the reload after shooting, if you have auto reload on, is about the interval. You can wait for that first little click of the reload sound, and that is the headshot cooldown, pretty much. When you're going after scouts, you want to anticipate their backpedal. You don't want to just charge right at them. Run to where they'll be backpedaling. There I played it safe. He could have body shot me and he had 15 health, so I just kept my burner up and waited until I was sure he was screwed. Rails are your friend. People tend to think that you're jumping over them and escaping, especially if you don't face them before you go for the stab. Whenever you can backstab or jump stab someone backwards, it's a lot more reliable than facing them first. Alright, they're really going to assume you're running away and I'll see a stair step coming. Video skips a couple frames there, but I hope you realize what happened. Really good stair step spot. It's blind. And, yeah, you don't appear until very late, just ahead. Here, I know I'm dead. I fake like I'm going for health, but what I'm really going for is that kill. Trick stabs are all about acting and just having a plausible intent. It's not so much about the motions as it is acting. There I shanked the demo because there's a lot of spam in the area. I just wanted to do a little damage to him. I didn't mind losing my disguise because it was slow, and I'm pretty confident I can get another one here to start following these snipers around. But that one's covered by the sentry, so what I'm going to do first is get some DR charge from this NG. If the sniper turns around because he hears me shooting, I'm listening to that, and I'll shoot him or see if I can get a quick trick stab. You know, I note to myself that this one's deaf. and that'll come in handy. Yeah, so there's always a decision of whether or not to wait for the no-spread cooldown or shoot as fast as possible. Since this guy's low health and there's a health pack right by him, I choose to shoot as fast as possible, and it happens to work out. You know, you're at the mercy of random spread. There I shoot first, and I don't let him see me take my knife out, so he assumes I'm retreating and just getting ready to shoot him with like axe recklessly because of that. Here I'm playing it safe. There's that other spy, so he's going to assume that that's who stabbed it. See my knife race there, but I didn't stab because he's rotating, and I've already fooled him. Got someone fooled, wait till the stab is safe. Don't just go for it at the first opportunity. You don't have to. Take a little glance at that sniper, he doesn't react to me, so I just go for it. You know, it's really important to keep an eye out for who buys your disguise. And, I didn't feign, but who buys your feigns. And try to keep track of their names too, you know? Keep track of who's gullible. There I sapped instead of stabbing because the demo's right there, and that sentry's really important. For that type of stab, you want to just be facing forward, act like you're going to continue in that direction, then kind of rotate so that you can straight right behind them, in pretty much the same direction that they're coming at you. Right here my knife is kind of twitching. I probably could have stabbed him earlier, but really you want to play it safe with the turn warrior war. You don't want to lose that disguise. If it looks unlikely that they're going to turn around, yeah, just make really sure you got it. Don't get the mess. I'm waiting in case engineer comes through. Now there, I should have had my dagger runner down. There's a lot of spam, so I'm being a little overly cautious, but it would have been really nice to have stabbed that medic. You notice I stabbed the air before stabbing that soldier? That wasn't a miss. That was me actually breaking my disguise. You can't break your disguise with a bind like you can the other knights. So you have to attack. And I broke it because I was a slow class. I wanted to stab faster. Oh gosh, the engineer faked me out because I was getting all ready to Matador stab him, and then he just turns around and gives me his back. It's a pretty good example of how the hardest players to predict are the bad ones. Now, if I were that heavy, I would have pretended like I didn't see me. I might not have gotten that trick step otherwise. This guy's being all pissy about taking the teleporter, and he gets a big dose of karma. And so does this guy. Don't spawn cam. Don't be a jerk. That's my job. Thanks for watching, guys.